Welcome, foolish mortals. Sorry. Welcome to the Scarlet Tavern. Hello. Good morning. My name is Chloe. As always, I'm playing Chloe the Tavern Keeper. You know me already. That's boring. But today I get to play with a good dear friend of mine that has so many freaking cool character designs and ideas all the time, and I'm always in awe of your creativity. Oh my god. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What the fuck is this attack of positivity at the beginning? Freak you!
I know what you're talking about. I'm just telling the truth.
Hello. It is fucking fairy time, bitches. Let's freaking go.
And who are you and who are you playing?
I didn't freaking hear that. Hi, it's Sha. I'm playing Rhod, and Rhod is about to do shit. I don't know what will happen, but we shall see. This entire thing is very improvised.
That's how we love it. That's how we like it.
Sorry for the swearing. It's a default.
You're good. Yeah. So where are you? Where is Rhod going to be right now? Why are they investigating or doing whatever they're doing?
Rhod's just exploring out of obligation. They, after the entire piñata fiasco, there are several places they discovered in the tavern that they have not before. And they're basically trying to just learn whatever information they can about what the heck happened and what the heck is going on everywhere. So I do think... One moment, someone is freaking cutting wood outside.
Oh no, I can't hear anything, but...
Maybe you can hear it, but it will distract me. Okay, the window is closed now. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, in fulfillment of curiosity, Rhod is just trying to investigate, one, what the heck was that wooden heart thing, and two, what the heck was that potion? So
two very good questions.
Two very good questions. And also, why is Chloe so incompetent?
Also a very good question. She has zero common sense.
No common sense.
Nope.
This doll has more common sense, and that's illegal.
Well, luckily there's no cops around.
So yeah, I do think that Rhod has been trying to get to the wooden heart thing, both in her body and out of it, let's say. But well, would she have like any luck finding that room again, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, if you go back into the hallway that you found the two doors, they aren't there. They simply just don't exist. And no matter how many times you try or how many areas you poke around, you just can't find them. You can't find anything that even resembles the two doors that got you there, nor any sort of heart anywhere. I mean, you can walk around and listen for the beating. You can listen to, deeply into the floor, and there's nothing. It's almost as if it never happened.
Out of character. God, we looked out of that part in the Stanley Parable.
Yay!
Um, so yeah, I do think Rhod has spent at least several attempts trying to get there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually the quest has been shelved, not outright abandoned. But if there is no way to get there, then what can they do? Uh,
Yeah.
so the next thing of interest would be concurrent, and that would be finding out what kind of potion it is that they found stuck in the heart, because there was this shard covering potion, and they know one place where there is a lot of potions. So it's time to
The
rummage.
lab. The lab. Yes. I mean, I think you can find your way back here pretty easily after being led there at least once. And you successfully are able to get in. And sure enough, it's just as messy as usual. There's, half of it that's very full of like machinery and mechanic stuff and trinkets and junk. Um, and then another half that's a little more neat, but also has like things in progress. So there's, projects out on tables and brewing machines with crazy amounts of little like things of piping and glass bottles that look like they shouldn't be possible, but somehow are, and lots of liquids and things stored everywhere on shelves, in cabinets, you know, writing utensils, snacks, probably a bottle of whiskey somewhere.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I do. Rod just. Uh, the thing is, Rod is supposed to discover stuff. Rod also does not have the best intelligence. So once they get here, it's just looking through cabinets and trying to find a potion that's at least kinda similar in color or stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
delicately poking at the glassware and all that stuff. And just a lot of mutterings in Sylvan, likely, to the nature of what is this? Or I don't know what this does. And yeah, it's you unleashed a child into a porcelain store. Uh,
Uh-oh. Yeah. How about, do you want to roll me like a like an investigation maybe?
God,
And I'll see what you can find.
let's see investigation. Do, 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 do. You have 0. Let's go.
Straight D20. Let the dice decide.
The dice got say she gets a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's in character.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, 3. So you you can't find much. There's potions. There's different colored bottles, of varying sizes. Nothing strikes you as like, oh, this is definitely the one that I found down in the heart. And some of them don't even have labels. Some of them, the labels are half peeled off. It's kind of a mess, and you really can't identify anything and what it does. And you think that you've seen them all because there's so many up on the shelves. And then you open a drawer and there's like potions in the drawer. And like, there's just this bottles and bottles of stuff everywhere. It's almost overwhelming.
Polish pantry core.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Hello.
I do
Caps
think.
lock.
What is it? It's Okay.
There we
That's
go.
a 9.
Yeah, no. She's not there yet.
Okay. I do think Rhod starts taking out the potions, and at first it's like semi-scientific, at least in the aspect of opening up, trying to judge the color, trying to compare. But after like the 20 bottle, it's just there is a lot of bottles on the floor. Some of them are uncorked. It's
Oh
just
no.
it's just a mess, and Rhod is just like Rhod just makes a very exasperated motion with their hands and just sit on the floor, muttering to herself, "You're not helping, you know that? If I'm supposed to find this." Okay. I will say that it's all in Sylvan, but I'm translating for the purpose of we all know all languages as viewers.
Mm. Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah.
Um, do you receive help? I'll put it that way.
No.
Okay.
There is no help, there's just a grumpy child.
Mm-hmm. Um, I mean, where would you do you have a specific spot you want to look, or you could roll me investigation again to kind of see like how the second search goes.
Let's go. Dice gods. That's a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, you find a cupboard that has potions that are much more like organized and labeled. They each have a name. They're organized by color and type. Um, and there's a whole section in the cupboard that's listed as like animal essence. And you recognize a lot of these things from that party. That must have been, the things that had been mislabeled and put downstairs at the bar, because they have a lot of them are lower, like they've clearly been used. But then they have just lots of pictures of animals all over them, and they're sorted into like mammals, amphibians, birds, reptiles, etc.
Rod is very good at for the visual aid because they do not know what those words mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Um,
they have pictures. They have pictures on them.
oh god, this stupid kid. Rod is probably like gonna grab at least like a random potion of a random animal.
And drink it, or just
Just pocket
have
it.
have it. Okay.
First, stuff is being like compared and contrasted, but one of them just goes in her front pocket because why not?
I need to roll something.
That's a 64.
Okay, cool. You'll have to figure out what that is later.
Cool.
You don't know what it is. Um,
Lady kitty clackety clack. That's a 6.
God, it got worse.
Chloe just actively, you're losing your hearing.
Mm-hmm.
A surprise to fall later. Yeah.
My whole computer just like froze for a second, and then it came back alive, and I was muted on OBS. I do not know how long I've been muted on OBS. I don't remember muting on OBS. I swear I didn't mute on OBS, so that was weird.
God. Good thing we have backup.
Mm-hmm. I really don't think it was muted for long. I think it was a glitch, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, um, Okay, I think I have something funny to do. Funny solution for this. Chloe's working in the broom closet bar and comes back to get something
Probably
from
the
the lab.
whiskey.
Yeah. And just doesn't notice you.
Rhod just like hides in the cupboard.
Yeah, but she also just noticed everything that's been torn apart. Like, she just walks in and she's like,
Yeah, same mess
and
as
like
always.
grabs something and then like leaves unless you stop her.
Hmm.
And if you don't, that's fine. She'll come back later.
I don't think Rhod would like actively stop her right now, especially when they have the awareness that they would be being caught red-handed, so...
Great. Okay, well, you get off scot-free. She leaves the room again.
Just a big few from her.
Oh.
God. Anyway, investigation number 3, or shall I do
Sure,
something
yeah.
else?
Unless you want to try something else.
I'm not sure what, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because Rhod has no scientific knowledge, so it's not like she can reverse engineer anything.
Mm-hmm.
And certain someone is not helping, so... it's just... compare and contrast, because literally they do not have a better option. That's a 16, god! She is getting better.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. I think you find you find a cupboard that has a bunch of like big bottles, like big stock of like distilled water, vinegar, other things, other base things that look large enough that it could have that kind of the size of the shard that you found could have easily come from one of these big jars.
She's going to... She suspects that it's probably not there, that the shard would have just been... all the shards would have been at the heart, but she's going to like try to see if any of them have like that. I think the liquid was like pinkish, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna look for pinkish stuff.
Yeah, you don't find a lot of things that have color even. There's some that look a little more like amberish. There's some that have like a light blue tint to it. But mostly this all looks like basic jugs and jars that you would use for like the base of a mixture. Like to fill it out type of thing. I will say with a 16 though, there is like some other broken glass in the back of the cupboard, like something broke in here once.
Time to pick it up.
Oh boy, roll me a sleight of hand.
Is it to avoid damage or?
Yeah, to be cut by the broken glass.
Her hands are porcelain. I don't think she can get cut. That's the thing.
Well, it would be equivalent to like slashing damage, unless you're like immune to that.
Okay. 1 moment. Freaking sleight of hand. What's your sleight of hand? It's +2. That's a 21.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Porcelain hands.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep, that sure is a big shard of glass.
She's going to like pick out the one that she got from the from the underground and try to see if like they match like puzzle pieces. God,
Oh my
Chloe,
gosh.
Chloe, what? Chloe
I
sees
got an
nothing.
8. I have not rolled above a 10 yet. I haven't rolled above an 8 yet.
Literally, what the
Wow.
heck?
I will say like the thickness and temperament of the glass looks the same, but it doesn't exactly fit together.
Actually, let me see if I have anything for this. No. Okay. Because Rhod does have a little bit of magic, but no, not for this purpose. Oh. Just, I think she like tries to like smash the glass pieces together gently, like trying to see from different angles if they fit together. And when they don't, she just like sits down and like, she is out of ideas.
Yeah. I'll say like the door opens again and Chloe comes in, still like humming to herself with the bottle that she grabbed before and like puts it back. She doesn't notice you at first, but I would like you to roll a stealth to see, because if you get below an 8, then we'll see what happens then.
Goodness gracious. It's your stealth. That's also a +2. Yeah, that's
Indy.
high ND.
Come on.
That's a
Indy.
30.
Yeah. Where are you hiding?
Probably the ceiling. Rod just like swoops to the ceiling and just sticks to like a lamp or something, watching what Chloe's doing.
Yeah. She's gonna start like hold on. Indy. Don't go. No. No. Okay, hold on, give me a second.
Attention, starved cat. Noticing Chloe. Anyway, are you guys enjoying the Tom and Jerry routine of Rod somehow eluding being noticed? I am glad.
Okay, cat has been dealt with, I think. I thought he just wanted out, and then he keep yelling at me. So yeah, we figured it out. We're good.
Let him speak.
He speaks far too often. Far too often he speaks before 4 a.m. and it's not.
Silencing him. But yeah, I think Rod does like instinctually just swoop to the ceiling the moment that someone enters.
Mm-hmm.
But while Chloe's just grabbing her stuff and walking about, there is a quiet conversation happening. Eventually ending with Rhod relenting to, because admittedly there is only so far they can go, and if Chloe knows more about this, even if she is not a reliable source in their eyes, she still knows better than them.
Mm-hmm.
So Rhod gradually like lowers to like be flying on eye level with Chloe and just like, hey.
She's been like mixing stuff, and so she's like looking down, and she just looks up and jumps back. Whoa! What? Hi.
Rhod just like fishes out the shards and just shows it to her. What's this potion?
What?
This was in the hut.
What are you talking about? Why are you? What were you up? Huh?
You remember this time you turned us into animals?
I did not do anything of the sort. But yes, I remember when we all happened to get turned into animals.
We went to the basement. There was a wooden heart. It talked. And it had this stuck in it. And I don't know what potion this is. I can't read those freaking words. She just points at the dozen of bottles she's been looking at.
Oh, yeah. She kind of comes to a realization and, like, goes to take it from you gently. I'm gonna also roll a sleight of hand just to see. I can't roll above an 8. What the hell is happening to me?
Oh, I said it's bullying hours.
Yeah, that was a 3 plus 2. It was a 5. So I think she fumbles with it for a second. She doesn't get cut, but she fumbles with it for a second. And it's like, oh. I should not have been drinking on the job this
Rhod is just like watching, and there's a slightly unamused aura from them. I'm so sorry that this 5-month-old is so judgmental.
It's, it's okay. It wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, she looks at it a little bit. She's like, okay, so what? You got one of these out from the heart?
Rhod nods and then points to the cupboard where the rest of the shards were. Some of them from there.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed that there was a broken bottle. This isn't a potion, though.
Then what is it?
It's just some water I collected from the sea. It's like salt water. Sometimes potions need that.
Fucking pirate water.
You didn't have to say it, but I mean, yes, it's the pirate water.
God damn it. Oh, God.
Really unfortunate that it broke. It took me a while to lug that back here.
Rhod just looks at you, and you get the very blatant feeling that she doesn't trust like that. It's not even perhaps that you are lying. It's just that you have not proven to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So she's just like, okay, what? It's the energy of someone like, did you check that it was normal salt water?
I mean, I could run a few tests on it, but there shouldn't be this one though. And she sniffs the one that you pulled out of the heart. It's not It's been tainted. This is not pirate water. And she pulls up the other one that you found in the cupboard and sniffs it. And she's like, ah, oh, see that one? That one's pure pirate water. Smell it, smell it. She offers it to you.
Rhod just like stares and just. I don't have a nose.
You don't have to have a nose to smell all the time.
I can't smell.
Oh, okay. You're one of those. Okay. Well, it smells really good. This other one, it smells really bad. But they're definitely from the same bottle. I mean, look at that. The thickness is perfect. And she kind of puts them together and shows you, like, that's... You don't get that with different bottles.
How's it tainted then?
Well, I think whoever must have stuck it in there must have added stuff to it. I don't think they just put my pirate water in the heart. I think it was like a combination of a bunch of stuff.
What stuff then? You said you can test it.
I mean, yeah, I can figure it out. Sure, yeah, we can figure it out. And so she goes over to one of her contraptions and takes the one from the heart and starts like brushing off whatever she can from the surface into a little bottle. And kind of plugs that into a machine.
Rhod is hovering like over her shoulder, trying to like absorb what she's doing. I don't think she understands half of what is happening.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she plugs us into this contraption with like, you know, all these like copper tubing and little Bunsen burners and various screens and levers and dials and
there's an accordion
pressure
in there
gauges
somewhere.
Oh yeah, of course. And she presses a button and it starts kind of going and it makes this amazingly like intricate, exciting, fun little sounds of like bloop, 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 bloop. Like it's very nice. And she gets down really like close to it and squints at the various pressure gauges and screens, and watches as whatever remaining residue there was kind of gets thrown through this contraption. She's just that's interesting.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just it's still warming up. Anyway, how long were you? What were you doing in here in the first place? I should have started with that.
I was trying to see which potion this was.
Okay, I get that, but like, why? Why?
Not your business.
It quite literally is my business. We're standing in it right now.
I wanted to know, okay?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know?
And she was just like looking and flies back to grab her axe.
Oh, don't worry. There's no cats in here that I know of, unless Baloo's snuck in again. So you're really just curious, huh?
Oh, she nods.
Well, I suppose curiosity should be rewarded with answers eventually. So
You just said you were going to kill me.
Oh, no, you're not a cat. I wouldn't. No.
Why do you hate cats?
Oh, I don't. I'm not curiosity. Why curiosity killed the cats? Well, that's another question. I can't answer that.
Rod is just God, that fucking math meme. So apparently there's a person in the tavern who kills cats.
I will not clarify. She will not clarify.
Amazing.
That's a nice axe, though.
Rod, you say that Rod like pulls it closer to herself.
I've never been much of an axe person myself. I do have a couple, but they're special. Anyway, mostly for purely decoration purposes. I'm more of a knife person myself.
God, I love Rod. She does not respond in any way.
Good, because Chloe's gonna pull out her 32-inch kitchen knife and show it off.
God,
It's like, see?
Rod is ready to freaking fight.
No, see, look, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Rod looks at it and looks at the axe. It's tiny.
Excuse me?
It's tiny.
The axe or the knife? How big
knife.
is your axe?
The knife.
How big is your axe?
The axe is bigger than her.
God, the knife is mass. Okay. Chloe
Wait,
looks
how long?
offended.
Actually, wait, how long is it?
It's 32 inches.
God, I'm a metric bitch. What? How many centimeters is that? Fucking give me a moment.
I'm converting. 81.
81. Okay. Okay, so that is pretty big.
Yes, it's a massive knife.
Okay,
I have a picture of it. Hold on.
I translated that to like 30, like a typical like 30 centimeters knife, which is not at all long.
No.
I forget you have like a stupid knife that's just a sword.
It's a massive knife.
Big knife.
Big knife.
Big knife. It's this one. Okay. Okay, so it's probably like comparable with the blade of her axe because their axe is bigger than Rod, but Rod is like a meter tall, like 3 feet something.
Yeah.
She is not big. Rod,
Yeah, so they're about the same size.
yeah, Rod is looking at the knife. The blankest stare you can see. I love her being unemotive.
It's great. Chloe has no idea what to do. I mean, the Chloe doesn't know how to deal with people in the first place, so it's not much different. But
There's not a single visible thought in that head.
She's like, okay, well, I mean, if you don't want to hold the knife, you don't want to hold the knife. And she like sheathes it again.
Rod is just like looking at the knife as you sheath it. Inwardly, she's thinking if holding it means you can take it. But I shall leave that thought process unexplored for now.
Oh dear. Okay.
because I am not letting this kid steal the knife.
Yeah, she would not let you steal her knife.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
There's a little ding from the machine, and Chloe goes, "Oh, okay, here we go," and excitedly like goes over to it, and it starts printing out like one of those old school like printer type things with the with the
The
holes on one
noises.
side and the lines. And just, yeah. She's like reading it excitedly, and then slows down and like,
Hmm?
hmm.
What?
It's nothing. It's nothing. How is it nothing? It can't be nothing. It's inconclusive, but it doesn't even have like the traces of bromine from the pirate water. It was colored. It can't be nothing. It can't be. She's like reading it more furiously, like again and again. You said you found it in the heart, right?
She nods.
I don't think it was a potion. I think that this came from the heart.
Rhod like tilts her head at you, like, what do you mean by that?
I don't think. I think if whoever put it in there, which I'm still desperately trying to figure out, must have just used the shard to stab the heart, just as glass. I don't think any magic was involved. This isn't detecting any traces of magic.
Hmm. So what's the pink
I think
stuff?
what I don't know. I think it came from the heart. I think it came from the tavern.
Rod's just like looking at the walls and just flies over to a wall and pokes it. Like that would produce the pink stuff.
Yeah. Chloe's like, that's not gonna. She doesn't work like that. I
Pink?
actually don't really know how she works. Yeah, you said she spoke to you, right?
She nods.
I've I've never heard her speak. I didn't know she had a heart, frankly, and I built her.
You don't know a lot of things.
There's a lot of things I do know as well. Just
There's just a blank stare from Rhod.
what?
Oh god, this kid. I'm so sorry.
I know so much. Like how pirate water is full of bromine, or how like the integral of sine is negative cosine. Okay, plus c.
You're making up words.
No, it's just calculus. It's not. That's like the most basic. I mean, you have derivative. Well, you have limits, and then you have derivatives, and then you get to integrals. Especially if you do rotations like disks and cones. But that's like a whole separate deal. I guess it's not the most basic part of calculus in that case, but
Rod just thinks you're making up words because her level of math is counting to 20.
then of course, like if you take one of these potions, you add it to this one, then you can get true self. But if you add that to this, then I know lots of things, just not some things. But that's okay because people like you can know those things for me. I don't have to worry about storing them in my hard drive. And she points to her head.
um, Goodness. How does she respond to
Can I make an insight?
God. That's. What? Should I roll?
No, I'm gonna roll an insight 9. I don't think she knows
Yeah,
what's
no,
going on in
that
your head.
phrase is unmovable and the thoughts are unknowable.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Are you getting any of this? Like, give me a sign, something.
it's- just let me a moment. I need to think of how she reacts because hmm. I'm not sure to know for you.
Oh, well, there's plenty of others.
She looks. She just like crosses her arms because like she's a tad offended at that for some reason. Uh, and just you make up words, but you don't know a lot of stuff when it's important to know stuff.
Hmm, I've never heard it put that way before. Hmm. First off, I don't make up words. These are very specific scientific terms. Second, yeah, I'm not great with common sense. That's why I'm not allowed in the kitchen. But it comes to me when I need it.
Out of character, I did not expect Rod to have like a slight beef with Chloe.
It's pretty easy. She's not. She doesn't make it easy to not. Yeah.
Yeah. Just checking in that that's not like a problem.
No.
Okay. Uh, I I just like I would like to make sure that like the person I RP with is like not uncomfy.
Oh no. Yeah. Do whatever, man.
Okay, good.
Do whatever.
Uh, rather just uh, hmm. I think she just like looks and whatever she's thinking is contained because like Rod knows that she does not know a lot. But Rod is also not responsible for a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So, to her understanding, Chloe is in a higher position than everybody, but like does not act with the competence to do that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so to her, it just doesn't make a lot of sense, and also, again, to her, it just like sounds like made up words are being thrown at her to throw her off.
Yeah.
She is not a math major.
And Chloe doesn't understand children. Um. So it works out.
Yeah. How do you not know your own building has those things and talks?
See, that's a great question because I've been trying to figure that out too. I should know every inch of this building. I built it, and it's had its weird hiccups and twisting hallways that I didn't build before, but they've never been alive in that same way.
Uh,
Like, she reacts to me, and if I do something different, then it'll change to reflect that, but I've always kind of just thought that was a general magic. I didn't know it was literally alive.
just Rod is just like, how the heck do you not realize your house is alive? That kind of look.
Yeah. I mean, how could I know? There's no way to tell. Buildings don't usually come alive. I mean, unless they do where you're from. I don't actually know where you're from. Where are you from?
Rod just does not answer.
Cool. That's how most of us are. Don't worry about it. Um, I don't. I wish I had more answers for you. I don't think I know the answers to the questions that you have because I think I have the same questions that you have.
Hmm. Rod just like Rod sinks into thought, and at one point just like looks up at the ceiling, and then back at Chloe. Tell her to make the corridor again.
To make the what?
Guys, wait up! I'm being called.
Hi.
Sorry, my mom called me.
That's all right. It happens.
It do happen. What the heck was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, Rod just uh basically tells Chloe to like tell her to make the corridor again.
Corridor. What? A corridor.
She made a corridor, 2 doors, kept telling us to go in one, we kept going in the other, and eventually got to the hut. But I can't find it. Anyway.
Huh. Well, if you can't find it, she probably doesn't want it to be found.
You want answers or no?
I mean, I don't really know how to talk to her. I don't know how to talk to her. She's not. She like looks up at the ceiling. Hey, Tavern, we're looking for your heart. Do you mind making the corridor to it again, please? Thank you. There is nothing that happens.
I think Rod like very quickly like zooms out of the room to check the same corridor, finds nothing, and comes back very disappointed.
Nothing?
She shakes her head no.
I have a sneaking suspicion that that craziness that happened between the shard and the immense amount of potioning that happened that day, that it caused her to react in a way that wasn't normal. So I don't know if she can do that again without those same circumstances. Last time we had this happen, there was a a very cursed thing, object. Yeah, anyway, there was a thing that kind of messed up the whole tavern and me a lot. It was wild. But it messed with the tavern's like Euclidean structure, and once we got rid of that, it returned to normal. So I'm guessing it's a similar deal.
Rod is just looking at you. What's Euclidean?
Oh, well, and she reaches up to the ceiling and pulls down a like she pulls down like a projector screen, and I don't know where it came from. It was just up there. And she like has a little pointer stick and puts on some glasses and just goes, well, you see, when you have an object like this, there's physical 3D space. That's the way that our, dimension works. You have dimensional space and time. Time's a whole nother issue that we can get to Tesseracts later. But space has to work within relation to each other. So you have, objects like this and this and this. And she's pointing to like a sphere, a cube, a cylinder. And she goes, but, and she she pulls down another screen in front of it with like a non-Euclidean, the triangle that goes in and out of itself. It's one of those. And she's like, but if you have this, if you follow one of the sides, you see how that doesn't work? It doesn't line up because it can't physically exist in real space. It's non-Euclidean.
Rod is just You cannot read her expression, but it is the blankest stare you can freaking picture. She has no idea what the words you're saying are. What are you doing? What are these pictures?
So you see, and she pulls out another screen in front of it, and she's like, if you have a hallway that goes here, and you have a little person right here, and they walk over here, and they turn the corner, and it comes back around to the same hallway, but then if you go the other direction, it doesn't work, and if it keeps going the same direction over and over and over, but you're constantly spiraling up, and it doesn't happen to be real, you can't work like that.
Rhod is like,
I don't understand what you're saying. Like at all.
That's okay. You know what? We can start with simpler shapes and blocks at another time. I need to have another lesson. I need to do another life lesson. There's more children here. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll plan that, and then we can educate you on some of the more philosophical, higher thinking areas of life. And in turn, you can tell me what else you know about my tavern and how it's alive.
she like holds her hand up.
What's philosophical?
Oh, we have much to discuss. Don't worry, you'll understand in due time. I'll help you out.
She's like legit pondering like the deal you're proposing. She
Maybe
just
I
like
should start a school or a university. School's not really my area. University, maybe. I could
He
become a
already
professor.
started
I could get a
school.
doctorate.
she just like looks at you and just in her head like Mia teaches so much better. What are you going to do?
She's so in her own head. She's already imagining like her getting a. She's like in her head like, I'm going to graduate with a doctorate, and I'm going to get a PhD in being cool and intelligent, and then I'll come back here, and then I can teach all these people about calculus and quantum physics and the fourth and fifth dimensions. And she's daydreaming. She's absolutely like wiggly transition daydreaming.
Rod just like pokes you in the shoulder.
You didn't answer the question.
Huh? What? Sorry, huh? Sorry, I was listening. What was the question?
What's philosophical?
Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought. You know, philosophy, like the meaning of life, or how do we think, and what does that mean about our existence? Very intangible information. She's kind of like moving her hands around, like,
Oh god. Okay, you say all that, and you actually like see a little change of demeanor. And just like she holds out the hand like
Deal.
Oh, okay, yeah. And she shakes your hand.
it is porcelain. It is a little cold.
You're interesting.
I get information. You teach me all that stuff. But in a way I understand.
I will do my very, very best. Maybe I can drag Bem into it. She needs a little history and philosophical and lessons and yeah. You know what? Yeah, deal.
You have made a deal with a child to teach her philosophy.
Yay! Have you ever heard of the trolley problem?
God. Fucking this is the good place again.
No!
Oh god, did Chloe see the time knife?
Yes.
Chloe would
Of
steal
course,
the time knife.
We've all seen the time knife. We all know the time knife.
Oh god.
Maybe that's her knife. Maybe she stole it. Maybe that is her knife, is the time knife.
Chloe stole the time knife.
Yeah.
Uh,
Her big kitchen knife, that's actually the time knife. She just doesn't know it yet. But in time, she will.
she is not allowed in the kitchen because the last time she tried to make a salad, the time-space continuum nearly collapsed.
I have cut butter with that knife before, and it is very difficult. So,
You can't butter with that thing!
yes.
Why?
I was making a cake.
God damn it. Yeah. Rhod is just like contemplating because you just promised a t-shirt the meaning of life.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did do that.
God. Though she does like tilt her head like,
Who's Bam?
Oh, have you not met Bam? She's about yay high and mostly white and runs around, has a little dog thing.
shakes her head, no.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll meet her eventually. She'd probably be great friends with you. You can let her hold your axe. She'd probably love that. I hope she'd love that.
Rhod
I need to
like
teach her how to
holds
use my
her
knife.
axe closer to herself like, no.
Oh,
No one-
Chloe's been eyeing it this whole time. Like, there's been times where she's been talking to you and just been looking at the axe instead of you.
God. Rhod is like, if Rhod could narrow her eyes, she would. Do not touch her freaking axe.
Chloe wants to touch it so bad.
Like Chloe tries to like touch it when she thinks Rod's not looking, and Rod just like pulls it out of the way.
Darn. Next time.
Oh goodness.
I think there's a little bell from the other room. And Chloe goes, sorry, I forgot there's people. I'm working. Technically, I'm working. I don't really work here. I mean, I work here. I own the place, but you know, things happen. I don't always have to be tending to the bar. You know, I can go visit a dragon occasionally. So I'm going to go back to work. But if you wouldn't mind cleaning up the mess you made, that would be really nice. If not, that's okay. I'll figure it out later, and we can talk about the meaning of life.
Rod like holds her hand up.
What does cleaning mean?
All of that, and she gestures to everything that has been strewn about the floor. Back to where you found it. And she points to the shelves.
Rod just nods.
Good. Okay, cool. We have a deal.
Okay, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to roll history to see how well she remembers where everything is. Okay, that's an 11, so I'm going to say like half of this stuff goes in the right places, the rest probably misplaced at the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not organized how it was, although it wasn't super organized before. It's kind of organized. Whatever.
She is keeping the potion she smuggled, though.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Chloe only pointed
nice.
to the stuff on the floor.
Yes, she did. That is very true. Yeah. I mean, she left. She's out to go tend to the other patrons. Is there anything else you'd like to do before we wrap this up?
I think we're good to wrap, honestly.
Okay. Oh, this was so much fun. This was
Yeah.
so great.
I did not expect Rhod to entail in a philosophy class, but this is amazing.
Well, now I have to teach a philosophy class. I have to go back to school. The only philosophy class I ever took in university was philosophy through science fiction. So it's
God, I wish we had that. I had philosophy class, but like I don't remember a thing from it. It was boring.
yeah. I I love my philosophy class. It was great. Um, yeah, yeah. Anyway, we can wrap this up now. Thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, and having a fun time with us and our silly characters. And thank you for playing with me. And everybody have a very good time zone.
Bye.
Bye.